Human relationships are a very fractured thing. We struggle to live with each other. We struggle to see each other. As much as we're joined and as much as we're whole, we're still fractured and we're still broken. When Adam and Eve were first created, the story makes it clear they were created as one. Humanity isn't finished and creation isn't finished until both of them are created. And they're created as one. They're linked with one identity. They're linked with one relationship. They're linked into one environment. They're linked into one community. And all of that is linked to God. In comes the argument that there's something missing in there's something missing in the relationship. And they try to repair that something that's missing by taking God out of the equation. And as a result, ever since, we've been kind of living like this. We're living with each other, but we're not living with each other. We're living close to each other, but we're not really seeing each other. They live one dominating the other. They live one trying to get more out of the other than the other's willing to give. And we've been like that ever since. You look at the relationships between men and women all the way through the Bible, all the way through history. Why is it that we can just never, as it were, just be one again? I think the reason why that is because we just don't see each other in the way we were created to see each other. So how do we do that? How do we begin to see each other? How do we begin putting the value back on each other so that we can see each other in that real light, the way that God wants us to? At the moment, we're living like this. But what does it look like when we actually turn and face each other? How do we begin to see each other? Well, we begin to see each other, number one, when we realize that our value is dependent on the way we value somebody else. Because the same value that God places upon us, He places upon another person. We begin to see each other when we realize that I cannot devalue somebody else and believe that I am valued. We see each other, number three, when we understand that we are created to be in fellowship. We are created to be in community. We are created to see each other. And last and most importantly, we begin to see each other when we refuse to take God out of the equation of our lives and place Him in here so that we can see each other as we are truly seen by God. The devil came in Eden Game and he introduced a whole set of rules that changed the way we see each other and the way we relate to each other. But God stepped back in again and He's changed the rules. And if we're willing to, we can see each other.